Hello everybody, my name is Dan Draper and welcome to the second edition of the Red Hawk Republic. To start off with, we're going to shine some light on a group that doesn't get noticing for all the hard work they do throughout the school. On that, here's the Student Council.
Student Council means like a place where I kind of get the chance to stand out and show that I care for our school and that I'd like to change what happens here.
My role in Student Council is Hawk Shop co-manager, and so I'm in charge of running our store like spirit wear and stuff, and then I'm also in charge of keeping the Hawk Shop organized, like the room we meet in, keeping it organized and keeping the calendar up to date on what the month activities are.
My name is Bailey Lockney and I'm the Senior Secretary in Student Council. Senior Secretary is when we have our own senior meetings, but not the whole entire Student Council meetings. I take attendance and I just kind of organize everything.
My name is Lauren Baremold and my role in Student Council is I'm the freshman class president.
This is my third year on Student Council. I have been on Student Council from starting my sophomore year through my senior year.
This is my first year in Student Council. I just really want to try something new my senior year and get more involved.
I think my role in Student Council is very beneficial because I know my first year on Student Council I was also Hawk Shop manager, and it helped me a lot just to, like, if I ever was to work in like a store, it helped me to figure out inventory, doing the money, counting, things like that, figuring out how much we need to order of new stuff. But I think it's also helped me with like leadership skills overall because I've had to work in different group settings and we've had a lot of conflicts, but also a lot of good things where I was able to learn those leadership skills that are needed to like work with the group and get activities done.
Student Council is very beneficial. Since this year, I had worked with these new people that I've never met before. They've made me more personable. I've been more talkative with them. We do a lot of events. We did the Bryson Ricker event. We do a lot of stuff around the school.
I think the Student Council is like beneficial in life and outside of school because you get like a chance to kind of act as a role model for your peers, and you get the chance to learn to get over your nerves of speaking in front of people.
Being a drum major has affected my role in Student Council in a great way because being a drum major, I have to be very positive. I have to be a very personable person. I need to always talk to everyone, and here that has really helped me because we're always positive because sometimes we could get in like little bickerments of what we're doing. We have to have positive people. We have to have people that just talk to everyone so we can just go and talk to all the students, ask them what they would like to see this year in Student Council or like what the teachers would like to see in the school.
I don't know if it helps on college applications, but I know I put it on my resume and I think that helps a lot with getting like jobs or anything else that I'm involved with.
I think being a Student Council will help me get a job or get into college if it's on my application, only if they really know what Student Council is. I feel like it's a very wide, well-known thing in school, so I feel like if they knew, yes, because they know it's more a lot of leadership, a lot of people skills.
I do think that Student Council is underrated in school because I find that people don't really we do a lot of things and we don't really get appreciated. Like people don't really say that Student Council did this or other stuff like that.
I think it is underrated. We have tried to put a lot of things out there. We put the special drinking fountain out and we have a plaque over it saying that the Student Council put it in. We do a lot for the school. We make a lot of the spirit days. We make all the posters that everyone sees. People don't recognize, they see all the things that we do, but they don't know, they don't put two and things together that it's the Student Council.
I think Student Council is very underrated in the school. I think most of the students and maybe even some of the staff just think that we put on the school dances, but we do a lot more than that. We do a lot of the fundraising that happens around our school. We really do a lot with spirit and really involving everybody, the games and things like that. We just don't want our dances to look good. We want to impact the whole school overall.
Thanks to the hardworking yearbook staff, here are some reasons you should purchase a yearbook this year.
Snapchats don't last, but yearbooks do. We're creating something that people will have forever. Right now yearbooks are, I think, $65, and they start at $60 at the beginning of the year and they just slowly increase. See, I'd buy a yearbook because you're covered in it. We try to cover as many people as possible through all clubs and all sports and everything, and typically you're in a picture or in a story and you can look back at all these memories that you had through high school and go through the different pages and just see about, like, remember all the good times that you had and look at all your school pictures, and just, it's a good memento to have. Buy a 2016-2017 yearbook.
We're now going to shine some light on a teacher who does a lot of hard work throughout the school but often goes under the radar. And with that, here's our teacher spotlight on Mr. Bonilla.
I think a lot of times our special ed teachers fly under the radar, but a lot of times they don't get the recognition they deserve. I think that Mr. Bonilla and I have been working together for about 3 years now.
He's a team teacher with many of us in the social studies department.
This is my first year working with Mr. Bonilla. I have worked with other teachers as a co-teacher, team teacher in the past.
I've been working at Cedar Springs for 10 years now. 3 years I've been at the high school though.
He has to share my class with other classes, which I think really exemplifies how hard he has to work.
Team teaching is when I work with a teacher when they do the normal curriculum in a lesson. If I see students struggling, I give help and kind of catch students who are falling behind. I also sometimes have taught the class myself.
As far as being a teacher, he's very professional. He's hardworking. As a matter of fact, since he team teaches, he goes from one class to the next. And in some cases, he's got 3 classes the same hour.
I would describe Mr. Bonilla, first of all, as very hardworking.
I do a lot of movement. I do a lot of team teaching, so every hour I'm in 2 different classes.
So he's a very professional teacher.
He's also a good family man, does a lot with his kids.
You know, he is a really fun-loving guy.
Knowledgeable, fun, keeps the classroom relaxed.
Mr. Bonilla helps with a lot of the accommodations for those students that need help with extra reading or extra time.
I help with grading, I help with the administering the tests, kind of a little bit of everything.
He's done a great job of just learning my class.
Mr. Bonilla gets to spaces that I don't get to, and then that student may get that question based on what he said.
I don't always see the students' blind spots, and he does a great job of seeing those blind spots.
And Mr. Bonilla can go up to him and say, hey, look at it in this sense. And all of a sudden, oh, I got it.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I want him to teach with me every year, if that's possible. He's that good a teacher, that knowledgeable. I've learned a lot from him.
My goal is to help students become more successful themselves. What works for them? My definition of success, doing something that you love.
We now have our reflection on this month in a minute. So now a piece on the hard work and the growth of our Cedar Springs Marching Band.
Well, compared to last year, this year I think this band has obviously had massive improvements in their discipline and their work ethic, and I think the recent addition of Mr. Miller is very much to thank for that. But I'm seeing a much greater passion in the group overall. And I think that's a huge contributor. People not only want to contribute, but they feel the need to contribute to keep the program successful as time goes on.
This year, our work ethic and discipline has increased. We've seen what a higher work ethic can give you, and our discipline has been based off of that. We are seeing what we can achieve, and we've all agreed to be more disciplined.
With work ethic and discipline, what has changed? Well, I'm a pretty strict band director, so I think that I more equate this to being more like being in the military than being in a concert band. So I expect the kids to be working hard and pushing themselves and always trying to get better, and to be disciplined while they do it, because if they're taking it seriously, if they're going after it and working hard, and then it's less of a social time and less of a screw-off time, we get more accomplished and we get to be better.
Well, I would say that from past years, definitely the music has gotten harder and more difficult and the marching more extensive itself. But along with the increase in discipline work ethic, we've also had a lot more desire to reach that goals, to match the higher level that we've been expected of.
I think the show is more programmatic. I think it's been written in a way that it has better impacts, and it's a little bit more emotional, and I think it really fits the playing level of the band.
This year in the marching, the music, the things that have changed are there's a lot more sets in our drill, and there is a lot higher difficulty level in our music.
What's changed marching and music-wise? I'd say marching-wise, we have a more specific and defined marching technique. We have a cleaner process where the kids understand what they need to do to clean the drill and to make the marching better.
I think I bring my passion and people and really hard, a lot of hard work, experience from teaching in a lot of other different programs, seeing how successful programs operate and trying to implement a lot of those things to make this a successful program.
As a director, I'm probably more strict than I should be, but I believe that it's really important that everybody on the field have a consistent approach to the rehearsal and a consistent disciplined approach to the rehearsal. If it only takes one person to kind of ruin it for everybody else. And I think I have kind of a probably over-extreme work ethic in terms of we're going to keep pushing until the very end of the season. We're never going to give up, and we're never going to let up until we walk off the field at state.
Next couple of years, if we keep going on the same trajectory, I think the band will be larger in size, and we will keep moving forward and keep doing better and having better shows every single year.
I think we're going to be one of the best bands in the state, and I think we're going to keep working and we're going to keep getting better and better and better, and I think as alumni come back and see how good the band is, they'll be completely surprised about how awesome we are.
People in Drumline are very hardworking. We put in the extra 3 hours a week. We know what we're doing. We always know our stuff before the rest of the band does, just so everything goes smoothly when we put our music with theirs.
Yes, I would absolutely say that this band is a hard-working band, much more so than in prior years.
Yes, this band is a hard-working band.
They're definitely much harder working than last year, and I think we have a more cohesive group that works better together than what we saw from last year's band, and they're definitely pushing themselves and working, I think, harder than we have in the past. So
I think this is a hardworking and dedicated group, and I really think that they've got a lot of potential.
Now, with the spookiest and scariest part of our season, Bill the Science Wizard is here to give you information on the flu.
Hello all, I'm your totally legal, not at all a ripoff, friendly neighborhood science wizard, Bill. And we're getting to a pretty spooky time of year right now as Halloween is coming up with monsters, zombies, spooky, scary skeletons. But you know what else is really scary? The flu. So we here at the Red Hawk Republic want to make sure you're all staying healthy during this season, so we talked to our friends at Cherry Health right on campus. And they gave us the lowdown on how you can stay healthy in this extra spooky season.
As you all know, the flu season is approaching us, and one of the best things to prevent the flu is to get the flu vaccine. And you want to get it early because it takes a couple weeks for it to kick in. Now we're not really seeing flu yet, but we expect to start seeing it soon. So the flu vaccine is available to prevent flus A and B, and you should get it every year. Why do you need to get it every year? Because the influenza changes every year. We base the flu vaccine on what's going on in the southern hemisphere, and then they make a new flu vaccine for that year. So the flu vaccine you got last year or 3 years ago isn't going to prevent you from getting the flu this year. Another thing that's very helpful in preventing the flu or any illnesses this season is washing your hands. And not for 2 seconds, not for 5 seconds, for about 20 seconds, good hand washing, lathering up soap. Not touching your mouth, not bringing your hands to your mouth, and any time you cough or sneeze, make sure you're covering your cough like this, and if you do cough, go ahead and wash your hands.
When we talk about washing our hands, it actually doesn't matter if you wash your hands or not if you don't know how to properly wash them. So let's take a look at a few examples on how you should be washing your hands versus what a lot of other people do. Okay, this initial one is actually way too fast, and you really want to spend a little bit more time than that washing your hands, and you want to use soap, and now he's just playing with the water. Really? This one is definitely better because he's using hot water, but there still isn't much use of soap, and it's a little too short. This is definitely the best so far, is because he's taking his time, he's using soap and warm water. And in fact, you can actually even wash your hands for a little bit longer than this if you really want to get your hands even cleaner.
Also, make sure you're getting adequate sleep. Try to stay away from people that are sick. If you are sick, stay home. And also cover your cough and try to stay about 3 feet away from people when you are coughing. And eat well. Eating well is very helpful in preventing getting sick.
I just want to elaborate on how easy it is to get vaccinated. In fact, you can get your vaccine right here on campus at the Cherry Health Center, and they would absolutely love to help you out. They're located directly next to the alternative school, and I'm going to use my powers of science and wizardry to put their number here and their email here. If you guys go and check that out there, then you can get vaccinated, and we hope you stay healthy during this season.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
Now for a little bit of fun, we have carpool karaoke.
Let's kick it. You guys know this? A little bit. Ice, baby. Let's go. Come on, girls. Let's go. Ice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something. Grab a hold of me tightly. Got it? Where did I stop? No, we don't know. Turn out the lights. Now go to the extreme. I rock the mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and then trump like a candle. Dance.
Well, I also was wondering, are you a believer in Justin Bieber?
You know what? I actually went to a Justin Bieber concert. You did? Sure did. Last spring when he was in Detroit. Oh, little DJ Snake and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
All right. We got it. Used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful. Something beautiful. Through the darkest of days, having the heartbreak away. Never let you go, never let me down. It's been a hell of a ride, driving to the edge of the night. Never let you go, never let me down. Here you go, girls, pump it up. Don't you give up now, now, now. I won't give up now, now, now. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up now, now, now. I won't give up now, now, now. Let me love you, let me love you.
Well, I don't think we can finish off a car ride without listening to some Journey, right?
Oh, okay, a little old school. We can do that. All right.
Are you good with that?
I'm good with that. Yep.
Okay, let's try this one.
This one you just gotta belt it out. Like you just gotta go for it. Can you guys do it?
If you can.
I can. Yep. Got a little air guitar. Yep.
Oh, you can. I can't. I'm
Yeah, you got 2 hands on the wheel. 10 and 2. Tell Mr. McDonald, 10 and 2. Living in a lonely world. She took a midnight train going anywhere. City boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Took a midnight train going anywhere. Living just to find emotion, party somewhere in the night. That's a good one. That's a good one. Classic.
And now we have things to do in the fall.
My favorite fall food is pumpkin pie and also pumpkin seeds. Well, I love pumpkin pie because, you know, who doesn't love pie? And also, I love to carve pumpkins and then cook the seeds. Oh, they're so good.
The activity I probably enjoy the most is playing football with my neighbors in the backyard. It's really fun.
The leaves changing colors is the best part of fall.
I hate raking leaves.
I love when temperatures drop. You get to wear your jackets, your boots.
I really like going to like pumpkin patches and stuff, and sometimes like corn mazes.
I really love to go to Clackles and pick apples.
Fall traditions for my family, and I have a very young family. I have 2 little boys at home. We just go out and pick apples and pumpkins. That's what we do, and my boys enjoy it.
We usually get pictures every year, like family pictures.
Pumpkin pie is my favorite food in the fall, of course, because I just really like the dessert, and it's kind of like a seasonal thing, so it kind of, you only get it once in a while, so it tastes really good.
I'm not really entirely scared of all the clowns because I feel like most of it is just like a prank, but I do hunt in the woods and there was recently a clown sighting there, so I'm scared about that. I can't hunt alone.
No, I don't have a favorite Halloween movie. Yeah, I'm not into scary movies, and typically those Halloween movies are on the scary side.
I like Halloween because you get to see everyone dress up, and you get to kind of see everyone roaming the streets and see happiness, I guess.
Just how a whole community gets together for Halloween, like everyone celebrates it.
I think I might dress up as Michael Myers.
I don't really trick or treat anymore, but I love to decorate my porch and then hand out candy with my family.
Yes, my youngest son, he's 3, he's gonna be a pirate. And my oldest son, he's 8, he's gonna be a Mario, like a Super Mario.
I'd have to say my favorite Halloween movie is Halloween Town because, you know, I kind of grew up watching it, and it's just one of my childhood memories, and I always really liked that movie.
I feel like it's a time where everyone can enjoy themselves and like not be them for a day. They get to dress up as someone and play a different role.
What I like about Halloween, it's like such a different holiday. It's kind of more fun and spooky, and I don't know, everyone gets so into it.
Would you like to see something strange? Come with us. us and you will see. This our town of Halloween.
All right, I got it. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the Red Hawk Republic. My name is Dan Draper, and have a nice day.